This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. Oh, hey, I don't have my music. Consider a different genre immediately. Oh, man. You gotta admit, that's pretty fun. You gotta admit. I like the part about consider a different genre. I mean, why in the hell would you ever watch true crime if you don't want to see anything or hear anything that's gross, or, you know, it's just the way it is, you know? That's one of the things I never really get. Yep, how's everybody doing? What happens if I put the fog on this shot right here? Hold on. Let's yeah, well, that really added to the bar look, didn't it? Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that story earlier was crazy. I actually went back and started looking at more articles after the show was over, because then I went and looked up Beaver and all those other guys, and they just absolutely blew it. Idiots. Yeah, so there's more articles later. Well, that's not, you know, if you're watching me for peace, you probably aren't going to get it. Oh, let me get the numbers on this screen. Let's see, how does it work? There we go. So people can start calling in, because that's all we're doing here. But what I've been doing lately is when I'm reading articles and trying to find things, I keep stumbling upon other articles at the same time. And Blue and Chloe, who weren't wrestling 1 second until I started this show. It's almost as if it's their cue to start wrestling. Right? My wife shook her head, yeah. Oh, and by the way, thank you, Claudia Neubauer. Missed that one. Yeah, so you can call in for whatever the hell you want to call in for. Anything. You can ask me questions, you can... Just anything crime related. It's not your true crime story night, though. Save that for a different one. No, it's not personal paranormal experiences. That was last night on a different channel. But I might only do those like 2 nights a month. I always feel like I'm sort of neglecting, you know, cases that need something covered when I'm doing that. I mean, it's fun, but at least we're back over there. Well, thanks, Angie Pangy. Angie Pangy Mobanji. Eva. I don't know how to do that one. Yeah, 2 nights a month. But no, it's just months. When you plural months, everybody just says months. Okay? Nobody says month. Okay? That never happens. Oh, it's been 1 month. Yeah, nobody says that. They say, when it's plural, though, they get rid of the TH sound in general. If you say you don't do that, I'm not going to believe you. No, Gray, I always say months. Like what idea? Yeah, 2 nights a month. Yeah. Oh, it didn't work? Huh. Should have worked. Oh wait, maybe I didn't change it on this one. Oh shit, okay. I was going to use my other streaming software, and I think I changed it over there, so hold on a second. I think I still have it here. Oh, no. Hey. Oh my god, they're going nuts down here. But they're having fun, I guess. Okay, I think I fixed the number there. God. Chloe's just... She jumped onto his neck, started biting his neck and his ear while Blue's holding onto the toy. Blue's like, ah, screw it. Runs away. Yep, so I got the number on the screen. You can just call about anything. I always get nervous when it has a name on the screen. I don't know if I'm going to answer that one. Just dial a phone number like everybody else. I can't. I'm not going to. Whenever there's a number, a name, it just looks like it's going to be a troll. I could try though. Hello.
I'm a troll.
Well, yeah, but every time I get the a name, it always ends up that way. So what's going on? Who's this?
Hi, this is Alyssa. I'm from Chicago. So I just have a question. Do you do like suspect names at all? POIs?
Oh, you mean people that you think is a POI? No, I don't do that.
No. Okay. Well, because I'm really interested in the Delphi case, and there's a suspect and his
well, now
son.
in your mind, yeah.
Yeah. There's a POI, and I was just wondering if you looked into them at all. So.
But you don't know if they're a POI, though, right? You're just saying it because they're a person of interest to you, right?
Yeah, on the internet.
Okay, so they're not a POI at all. They're just, you know.
Well, they're not a.
Well, they're not.
Police POI, yes.
Well, that's all that matters. When when the term POI is used, it means that the police are interested in them, not internet, quote, sleuths who think they're really sleuthy, So what is it about this person?
Well, there's a couple of things. So there's the press conference, the second one, where they released the new information. Supposedly, everyone was thinking that Carter was just kind of out of control emotionally, but I think that he was doing that because they were there at the conference, and you could see him looking around in the audience and stuff, and he kind of glances over where the guy is.
Yeah, I don't think he was looking at some suspect that he thought was there. He was just looking at the crowd. Probably there was nobody even standing there because he wouldn't have wanted to embarrass anybody. But yeah, he's an emotional guy. That's how he does it. And he told the story about the cabin because he thought it was an interesting story. If you listen to the Scene of the Crime podcast on the Delphi case, you would have heard all the information about that stuff.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about it being, other than just he thought it might appeal to the guy's emotions.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello? Oh, yeah, so what do you think about, see, when you guys are out there saying, well, keep going with your story, though.
Well, I don't want to speculate then if that's not what we're doing here. So.
Oh, yeah, we don't ever put people's names out. That's what.
Oh, no, I'm not putting a name. I'm just saying I don't even want to speculate if clearly my opinion doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, well, yours doesn't to me. All right, thank you. All right, let's see. 618, you're on the air.
Hi, Gray. It's Stacy Galloway.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Hi to you and the freaks. And I was just taking you up on your offer to just call and say hi. So that's what I was doing.
How's it going?
Oh, good. I did want to tell you that we all really just felt all those emotions with you on that last case. I mean, you could just feel the frustration and and I still don't have the case. And there's so many details, but just how much you care and everything. That was really heart-wrenching. That last one.
It was just really frustrating. It seems like a couple of the people that were really just right there didn't get. It's like, what do you mean? They molested her, raped an 11-year-old girl in the, sort of the commission of a murder. Like, it's right there. They're there. I mean, they get 6 years for, it's like, just so they can get a name maybe of somebody else. Look at that. The guy that McCormick, he would have been sentenced to life in prison just on the fact that his DNA was inside of her. Okay.
Exactly.
But instead, he made a deal with when you say make a deal with the devil, that's exactly what this was. And this one is way worse. See, people were saying that in the Patrick Frazee case. Oh, they made a deal with the devil with the girl. That girl was so much different. This is way worse than that shit. It is. I don't know. It's just, ugh.
Yeah.
I'm getting mad.
Horrific. It doesn't even make sense. I mean, it just didn't. It's just mind-boggling. I just wanted to say that. I mean, we could all feel that poor 11-year-old and 5 men, and we cover a lot of horrific crimes. You do so much for us with everything you do with investigating and finding those details. But this one, I mean, we could just feel it. We were living with you, through it with you, your frustrations and anger and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird too, because I was thinking later, I mean, it's so weird that the brother-in-law, molested her 2 days before she goes missing, and then the cousin dies, or kills himself 1 day after she's found. I don't know, man. It just seems like, I don't know. It just seems like, they looked into it, but something else is going on here. It's weird.
Exactly. That's just what I was going to say. There's something going on in the background. Yeah. But I just wanted to say hi, and I wanted to bring something up, totally different subject, still here with your show, though. I think that maybe, and, of course, it's your show, maybe we should do something to help celebrate the end of the world on July 22nd.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
that
Well, we'll have like
we
a
said?
maybe I'll do like a doomsday show.
Yeah.
We'll start celebrating our light and darkness.
Yeah.
Because hell, you're a 5.2 dark, man. You are.
I know.
Oh my
If
God.
that means Lori and Chad don't like me, that's fine. I mean, I'm all for that. But I thought that would be fun. And you've done so much for that case. I mean, so many cases. But that one, you don't get enough credit for with your, charts and everything you did where everybody picked it up. But man, I do. I think it would be fun to have like you said, a doomsday show or something that day. Just say, we're all here together waiting for the end of the world.
Yeah. And then we'll do it until midnight West Coast time. Right?
Ooh.
That way.
Yeah.
Right? As soon as that, I guess you have to do it to Hawaii. Because they did live in Hawaii. Forget it. I'm not staying up till 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget it. Okay. We'll just...
Yeah. We can do something. We can have Lori dance for us a few times, and I don't know. Just celebrate the end of the world.
Good idea. So July 22nd, right? Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I'd have to double check, but that sounds really familiar. I think it is July 22nd.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thanks for the laughs.
Yeah, and I know there's others that want to talk about crimes and stuff, and I love you, love the freaks, and you just do wonderful things for us, and we really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
And I'll be that.
Well, all right. Well, thank you for calling in. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
We'll see you later. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Stacey, and this is 919. You're on.
Hey, Gray, it's Chrissy Paradis. How are you?
Hey, pretty good. Somebody told me I needed to put myself in jail, but the thing is I wasn't saying she couldn't do her opinion, but as soon as somebody bitches like that, then all of a sudden now I don't want to hear your opinion, right?
I mean, I don't think I don't think you deserve to go to jail for that. That's not mean. That's reasonable. That's just being rational.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's hard to separate.
Well, you were bitching. Hold on, Alyssa. Hey, Alyssa. What you did was you went and said, "Oh, I clearly can't tell my opinion." Okay, that's bitching. Okay, because I was letting you say what your story was. I even opened it up for you to say what your story was. I just didn't want you to say any of the names of your POIs. It's ridiculous. We in the public can't have POIs, okay? They don't exist. It's just wild speculation. All right, so go ahead. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. It kind of leads me to what I was going to ask. Just after such a heavy, deep dive in the last case, I just wanted to see which cases which case has been so heavily scrutinized in the media that to you was just such an open and shut case that was so obvious that you think the Occam's razor thing just was lost.
Well, that was
because people wanted.
Well, that one's pretty odd. Which one do you think it is for me?
I think it's Kanika Jenkins.
Right. Yeah, that's the answer.
Okay, I just wanted to because it's coming back up in social media and it's it's kind of been discovered. I think by people that didn't even know that it existed.
Yeah, that's what somebody messaged me. Somebody messaged me the other day saying, "Hey, I just caught on to the Kanika Jenkins case. Now listen, I think she was murdered, but can you?" And I didn't even want to have anything to do with it. Okay, because there isn't anybody out there that has any information or facts of any kind that point to any sort of a murder. Right? It was it was unbelievable. And so people are still looking at it like that. It's scary. I actually think sort of the BLM movement. I think the BLM movement has sort of reopened that up again, because now people probably think they can kind of sneak in a little bit more stuff going. Quote justice by bringing it up again, and now we can go get the cops that are in there because they weren't the correct race to determine a correct decision in the case. Okay, that's what I think. I think it's crazy that people are bringing it up again. It's insane. Okay.
Yeah, it just with it coming. I mean, that came up on social media. I was like, that has to be in the top of Gray's. Most just one of the ones that, it was just like very. You just use reason, and I mean, like you're very like you go with the facts, and I appreciate that about you, and appreciate being part of the Freak family. So,
well, awesome.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for the question, but you knew the answer to that one.
Well, I did. Okay. I'm going to ask you one more real quick.
Okay.
What is the case that has just, been and I feel like Delphi is one that has grabbed you the most, but like, what is one that you will always follow no matter what? Is Delphi the answer? Like, you want, like, you're going to follow till the end. If you could, like, it is Delphi, isn't it?
Yeah, you mean the one that I want the answer to right now?
Like, yeah.
Yes, yeah. That would definitely be Delphi for that.
I think I know you too well.
Yeah. Well, it's just one of those ones, like, who wouldn't want, I'm friends with Kelsey and Becky, and it's like, gosh, just for them, I would love to have it solved. It's just sucks,
It does suck. Yeah, I'm sorry, like, bring it down, but I'm
so down now. I'm all
no,
right.
I think every human being wants answers in that case. But yeah, thanks for all you do, and I'm gonna let someone else call in.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, this is Chrissy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I all of a sudden the different names popped into my head. I was like, but at least I remembered. See, that was good. Chrissy Paradis. No, it's Paradis, right?
See, there you go. Yeah, you say it perfectly. It's like, yeah.
I think at first I was saying like
that.
Paradise, but then I think I've been saying it right lately, right? Paradis.
I've worked on shows before where they've gone with Paradise, so I'll take whatever pronunciation that you want. So yeah, that works.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
I
asking
appreciate
questions.
it. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, Alyssa Cook, don't worry about it, okay? But when I open the door back up for you to say what you wanted to say, you don't need to do your little snarky, comebacks, okay? I know people have already forgotten that you did that, but that's all I'm talking about. I don't like to play games and all this shit. I'm just telling you what I think, because I could see where you were leading with Carter, that he was just way overacting and everything. I don't think so. Well, hey, Nikki 6, I'll do whatever the hell I want to do, okay, on my show. So I'll say whatever I want to say. And if you don't like it, go watch a different show, all right? Thank you. So don't tell me to let's go and all that shit. I want to say what I want to say. Okay, that's okay. They didn't mean to come across that way, but go listen to it later and you'll see it. All right, here we go. 956, you're on.
Hi, Gray. It's me, Sabrina Rodriguez.
Sabrina Rodriguez.
Now, first of all, I could talk to you forever, but I will keep this short. But I left a comment before, but just in case, I know I told you I was pregnant and I'm having a boy.
Oh, wow. You got a name?
His name will be Santiago.
Gray. Wait, it's not Gray? Or Grease? How about Grease?
I was like, I told my husband, I'm like, can we name him Gray Hughes Rodriguez Luna? Yeah. And he's like, no, maybe the next one.
How about this? So what was the name again? What did you say?
His name will be Santiago.
Oh yeah, how about Santiago
Hughes
Freak, and then the last name. So Freak is the middle name.
Santiago Freak.
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe not the freak, but it'll be different.
Okay.
But yeah, it's gonna be a boy, and I am so excited. So I just wanted you to know we're gonna have a baby boy freak coming in December 14th.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes, so I'm excited and nervous. But another thing is I wanted to say hi to my freak family. Love you all so much, and to the haters, whatever, they can leave. But to the freaks that are dedicated to you and your truth, I just love you guys so much for supporting Gray, because this man, I dare you to find another YouTuber that is as honest and truthful and intelligent as this man right here. So Gray Hughes, you're number one, okay?
Hold on,
number one.
My head's getting too big to fit into the video.
You're just the best, Gray. It's always an honor to talk to you. It really is such an honor to talk to you all the time. I've been watching you for years, and yeah, I just never get tired of talking to you and watching your live shows. I think you're incredible, and you're very intelligent, and I appreciate your brutal honesty and your great investigation skills. You're amazing.
Well, thank you. I mean, that's
all right, now,
kind of you. So what do you got?
Oh, no, it's my pleasure. But last thing is, it's true crime related. And I just wanted to pick your brain just a little bit. Yesterday, I watched, do you know that case? I already forgot his name, but do you remember that case a long time ago? It was a little redheaded boy. He was like 10, and he murdered another little boy who was like 5. And he's like a little redheaded kid, and he's still in prison to this day, but he's a grown-up already. Do you know which I'm talking about?
I don't know. It sounds familiar, though. Was he kind of bigger, like a chunkier kid, kind of? I don't know.
Hold on.
I guess I don't remember.
I can find his name. Hold on. I just... It's a really iconic case. Like, everyone was like, oh, Eric Smith. Do you know about Eric Smith?
Let me see. Let me just see if I can recognize him. No, I don't remember that one. I don't know. This guy's face.
Eric Smith, he was I think 11 or 13-year-old who murdered and sodomized a little boy who was 5 years old.
Wow. And that was back in like 93 is what it says, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I just see it on the screen. But so what do you want to know? I don't know anything about
I wanted,
it. So.
my husband and I were watching it, and he got sentenced to life in prison with no parole as a 11-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was 11, maybe 13, but like he was very young, and he had, sorry if people are triggered out there, but he had sodomized this little boy, 5-year-old boy, with a stick. He took off half his clothes. He bludgeoned him with a rock. Mm. I mean, he really let this kid have it. You would think a man, like a grown man, did this, but it was actually this little kid. He did it. He admitted it. They found him guilty as a child murderer, and they sentenced him to life in prison. So my question was, how do you feel about children under the age of 13 being prosecuted
he
for
was 11, right?
heinous crimes?
Well, see, what's scary about him is he's 11. So the thing, and
what makes it
scarier, if he was 14, I'd have more, I don't even know what the word is, compassion. Because the thing is, sometimes when your hormones are just starting off and you're raging around, people do weird shit. But he was 11, so he wouldn't really have any of that going on. So, so what you're looking at here is just a sociopath that literally they probably figured that out and realized that when he gets older, he is going to be a monster. So they just said,
and it's funny you said that, because his family, during the show we're watching, his family told the detectives, our son, Eric the murderer, he has no friends, he's very awkward. He was just, he wasn't like the most popular guy at all. He was actually very recluse, had anger issues. His own father taught him how to punch things when he's mad. So, like, this kid had a lot of anger in him. But in your opinion, do you believe in prosecuting these children, as heinous as the crime is, as adults, or do you think we should consider their age when prosecuting? You know?
Well, I mean, I guess to me it depends on what happened, but it looks like he was born in 1980. So if this happened in 93, I mean, he'd be more like 13, almost 14. He wasn't 11, so you know.
Okay.
So I don't know. You know, it sounds like what he was doing wasn't really even sexual, like a regular sexual crime. He was using a stick, and then he bashes the person over the head with a rock.
Yes.
See, those things are a little, you know, now we can think, okay, he has hormones and everything, but he was doing things that are outside the norm and deviant that, like, that I think they probably just said, hey, you know, we got to try this guy as an adult. Yeah,
we cannot let him out,
well,
right?
If he was in Canada, he'd be out. He would have been out about 10 years ago. Okay, because Canada just thinks they're so great at you know, treatment and everything. Boy, they give you a couple pills, and by God, you're cured. You know. You know, but I'm glad. I mean, it sucks for him, but he destroyed somebody's life. They must have thought this guy is.
Do you agree with the life sentence for this 13-year-old?
Yeah, well, I mean, I do, because I'm sort of going on. I believe that the family, everybody must have seen something about this guy that was so horrible that they don't even want to give him a chance out there. You know, it's like
you're talking about, like the jury must have seen something in this boy that they're like, we cannot let this guy go.
Yeah, and probably everybody. Didn't you say the family was thinking that too? Or?
Yeah. The family were the first ones to tell the detectives. His own mother and father were the first ones to tell the detectives, you know, our son is different. He's disturbed.
Yeah, right. So he probably has a problem. Anyways, I'm okay with it. My thing is I think protect society first. You know? And that's why I get so sick of you know, these people getting out that are monsters, especially rapists, and they go out and rape again. It's ridiculous.
That's right.
You know? So.
Well, I just wanted to pick your brain on
what did you
when
think?
it comes to like child killers, and you know, that's very interesting what you have to say, and I think you're right. It's regardless of the age, it's about protecting our society, the people that are normal and don't need to be bludgeoned to death.
Right. We don't need to do experiments to see how great our treatment plans are working. Let's see if this guy well, how about this? If he kills anybody else, you'll get killed too for letting him out. Okay? You know, it just sucks. I get so tired of these sort of, I don't know, sort of holier than thou type, self-righteous sort of workers out there that, you're gonna get me frustrated again.
Oh, I'm sorry, but hey, thank you so much for, you know, your opinion. And my opinion, I think I'm torn, but more of me, like the majority of me, is saying lock him up and throw him away the key, depending on how heinous the crime. But for me, since there was a sexual motive, or maybe he wasn't, but since, you know, there was sodomy involved, including bludgeoning, it was an obvious overkill. To me, I would say lock him up, like lock him up and throw away the key. You know what I mean? Versus if he had maybe just strangled him. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's controversial, but doing, like, as heinous as the crime was, I think they did the right thing in throwing him away and locking the key.
I think you're right.
Regardless of him being 13.
Yeah. Well, wow.
So crazy. Okay, well, great. Oh, my God. Well, thank you so much for letting me speak, and I just love you so much. And, yeah, bye, freaks.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. Sabrina.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Congrats on Santiago.
Thank you, Gray. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. 503, you're on the air.
Hey, Gray, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm taking off speakerphone. This is Sarah Brown, and I am in Arizona. And
looks like you have a Portland number, though. You got a Portland number.
I do, because I was in the Pacific Northwest for like 15 years. We just moved here this year.
Yeah.
And my kids are sort of handling the heat, but not really. They really miss the rain. So
Yeah.
today it was like, yesterday it rained, and they were like, oh, they were in like a tizzy, like, oh my God, it's raining. Oh my God. Like everyone, I'm like, you guys know it used to rain like every single day before we moved. That was the main reason I wanted to move.
Basically from late October till February, it rains pretty much, not every day, but a lot of days, you know.
Man, we lived in Astoria, right off the coast, so that was, you know, more rainy, I think, than even more inland, where, you know. Yeah. And then we moved to Vancouver, Washington. We lived there for a little bit, and then we moved here because I was so tired of the rain, I couldn't do it anymore. And the mold, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. It's been nice. The nice months here are really nice. But anyway, that's not what I called. I was calling. First, I wanted to say thank you for in the chat when I made a comment about using the word rape instead of the word assault or whatever they were using, molest.
No, molest.
Just because I just kind of feel like molest, we use it in a different way, I think, just like much different, I think, than the word rape.
Well, it sounds different. It's weird because I think that's what they call, like if it was, once you're out over the age of 13 or something, or puberty, then they might call it rape. Or maybe even below 18, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It does sound a little bit less, it has a lesser sound to it.
It's like being, like it's minimized a bit, you know, like, I don't know, who knows. But I was calling because I don't really have like a crime, because like I wanted to call in the last show that you were talking about, like your personal like crime stories. But I have this one incident that happened to me when I was studying in Mexico. And it actually happened again, like later on in my life. But anyway, I was walking to a bus stop, and it was like 5 a.m, and I was living in a house there. I was in Mérida, which is the capital of the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. And I was there to study Spanish and anthropology. Anyway, I was walking to the bus to go to my school in the morning, and I see out of the corner of my eye a guy kind of walking my direction. And I glance over, and he's got his pants down. And I was like 17, 18. And I'm looking over, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? And then he starts like kind of like running toward me, like with his pants halfway down. And I just like took off because I was so scared. And I was just, I don't know, I was petrified. I know what was going to happen. But he was far enough away that I don't know. I ran to the school bus, and I was just like hysterical the whole day. And then I thought to myself later, I'm like, well, why didn't I stop and just like, I don't know, point at him and make fun of him? You know, I don't know, like how these thoughts, like after it happened, like what I should have done in that moment. But anyway, and then it happened again when I was in Gainesville studying at the University of Florida. And I'm like, started to think like, what in the hell is up with me that people are like taking their pants off, like, and think that's okay to do. And anyway, that was it.
Yeah.
Not big enough for a crime story, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Story I wanted to share anyway. But I also just want to say hi to the freaks and say thank you for your show. It's amazing, and it's helped me during this quarantine, although we'll be heading back to school soon. So cross your fingers.
All right. Well, don't you know, I don't know. It's you might I don't know, you have to quarantine your kids when they come home from school, but yeah.
I know, right? Well, I'm teaching school, so
right.
I'm
well, good luck.
My husband's a nurse. I know.
Maybe they should put you guys. And now we're like, they should probably put you in these like suits that look like the sumo wrestling. You know, those little suits that they put on. And it's just sort of you teach the class, but you're in a bubble, right?
I could be like the dinosaur. You know, the one, the blow up one they do for Halloween.
Yeah, or do like a space suit or something.
Yeah, with like a big old helmet.
Yeah, like those deep sea diving outfits. You know, with the big thing, and you just have
with a little gate.
Yeah, and then you have like a hose that pumps up to fresh air, and you can still teach the class.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that idea. I'll pitch it at my next staff meeting.
Yeah, do it.
Anyways, thanks so much for your show. It's really the bomb. I love it.
Oh, well, thanks for calling in, and thanks for being there. I'm going to see if I can find the actual definition of what we were talking about. So. Get the answer.
Oh, okay. That'd be awesome. I would love to like see what their, you know, the reason that they use certain words. Sometimes I think because it's like an older story, I've been watching a lot of the old like unsolved mysteries.
Yeah.
You know, they have them on YouTube now. And I noticed that they do use, like, I think, are minimizing words when it comes to.
Yeah, I wonder if they were
sexual
just saying
assault,
that
rape.
in the article. Maybe they just didn't want to keep saying rape or something. But
It could be. It
because,
definitely could be.
You know, like it does say molestation, sexual act with children up to the age of 18. That's what I was saying a minute ago.
Oh,
Including touching, exposure, taking pornographic pictures, rape. So that's even part of it. See, that's
wow.
So it's called molestation if you're below the age of 18, and apparently on this website, it's law.com. Okay.
Well, that makes sense, I guess. Then
Yeah.
I know that the word molest used to be used a lot more freely. Like, hey, don't molest your brother. Like, don't mess with him. But obviously, you can't use that word anymore. It'll come across quite differently.
Well, see, the actual description says the crime of sexual acts with children up to the age of 18, including touching of private parts, exposure of genitalia, taking a pornographic picture, rape, inducement of sexual acts with molester or with other children, and variations of these acts by pedophiles. Molestation also applies to incest by a relative with a minor family member. That's exactly what the what's his name?
Yeah, it's
I can't remember
then.
one of the guys. What the hell's his name?
I don't remember.
Anyway, he was the
I'm
first
trying not
guy
to
that
think
was
about
arrested.
him. He's a total
He was the
asshole.
brother-in-law.
Piece of shit, if you ask me.
Anyways,
Excuse
so
my
there you go,
language.
everybody. There's the here. I'll put the link in the description, and you guys can check it out. It was kind of close to what I was thinking, but all right.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
But-
Awesome. Well, I'll let you get to your other callers, but thanks a lot.
Well, thanks for calling in. All right.
All right,
Have a
night.
good- Be safe. All right, bye. All right, 971. Hello.
219-9568. That's me.
Well, just go with
Are
971.
you there?
Yeah. Who's this?
Oh, I'm here. I'm Sue. Thank you for taking my call. Thank you. Yeah, so I have a theory. Are you whistling? Okay.
Yeah, well,
I
you
have a
sound
theory
you sound really odd. That's why I'm wondering, because you sound almost not even real. I'm just being
real.
honest. Okay, yeah, I can
I'm a
tell
real girl.
I can tell your voice, but your tone, the way you're talking is just really okay. Do it again. Let's start over. All right, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let's start all over. So, my parents used to always make dinner for us every night, and we would have the TV on, and they would talk about Ted Bundy, and I hitchhiked. And when they heard that I hitchhiked, oh my God, they went ballistic. They went crazy. And I was his profile. And I was thinking, all these cold cases that you had with these young girls who had dark hair parted in the middle, I was thinking, maybe he killed them. But of course, he didn't want to die. He didn't. He told them, he says, I will give you the names of every girl I killed if you spare my life. And they wouldn't do it. And they put him in the electric chair. So I'm thinking, all these families and these parents whose young girls died, they'll never know. Because I also think he killed Julie Walton, by the way. What? You got the wrong name on. Yeah. Isn't that an interesting theory?
I guess. What are you singing about? You seem like you're singing now.
Oh, I always sing. I'm a singer.
Okay. All right.
Singer. Yeah. But anyway, and I hitchhiked, and they, oh my God, when they found out, oh my God, they went ballistic. Do you know that there's some serial killer out there killing with a profile with dark hair parted in the middle? No, Mom and Dad, I didn't know that.
Well, you should have dyed your hair blonde and parted it on the side.
No, I wasn't a blonde. I was always a dark-haired girl. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what he did.
But what I said was you could have dyed it blonde and parted it on the side and hitchhike all you wanted.
No, absolutely not. I never hitchhiked again after they talked to me about him.
I was joking.
Oh, they didn't know. They didn't know who he was. All they knew that there was a serial killer out there killing young women with the profile of dark hair.
Well, I'm glad you survived it, Sue. I'm really, I'm glad you. I mean, you weren't ever in danger, but it's glad that you.
Oh no, absolutely not. Yeah, but I thought it was interesting. Yeah, that they killed him before. He wanted his life spared so he could tell them that all the women he killed, because I know there were a lot more women.
I think they should have kept him. I've thought that too. Like, why not just keep somebody alive in maximum security? If they're a serial killer specifically with no chance of parole, but let them, tell all their other victims. Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. As long as they're. He was pretty good at escaping, though. That's his problem. I mean, like, if he had never escaped before, they might have been a little bit less eager to kill the guy.
Right. Well, if I were the police officers and the attorneys, I would have said, wink, wink. I'm going to let you tell us who these guys, who you killed, but wink, wink, we're still going to kill you.
Yeah.
Don't you think? That would have been a good idea.
Well, I just think they could have cut him a deal if he gave up a bunch of other names. I think it's worth it for family members to have it. But. Oh,
absolutely. And I really feel that there's a lot of women, young girls out there, in your cold case files that you cover. And I really feel that he was involved in that. Spokane, Washington, where Julie Wolfen was. And I brought that to your attention, by the way. And you got the name wrong, by the way, and that's going to be on YouTube forever.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, Julie Wolfen.
Right, I had no idea what you're talking about.
You just covered her a couple nights ago.
A couple nights ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah. Well, and you got her name wrong. Anyway.
What's her name? What's her name then?
Julie Wilson.
What did I call her?
You called her Julie Weldon. It's on your YouTube site.
Julie what? I don't even know what you're saying.
You spelt her name Julie Weldon, Weldn, and her name is Julie Welfen, Welfen.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. So. How about this? Have a couple more cold ones and call some other channel. All right, thanks. No idea what she's talking about. No idea what she's talking about. We'll have to check that out later. But wow, sounded like she was beer bonging liquor. All right, let's see. 503, you're on the air.
Hello, this is Julie Wilton.
Oh my God, again? Oh, shit.
This is Zelda.
Oh, Zelda?
Zelda. Oh my gosh, I haven't been drinking anything.
Please don't. I don't think
you got it wrong again.
You're so wrong. His name was Wilson. I don't even know what the hell she's talking about. She got the name wrong, by the way. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you want people to call in about the crimes they committed or they're committed on you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was gonna tell this one on the woo-woo story next week. So for those that listen to another channel, close your ears, because this is the one you're going to hear next week about the naked man on the freeway.
Oh, yeah?
I was working. Well, I had two jobs. I won't tell you what one job was until I'm finished with the story. But anyway, I was doing some outside sales rep work way out in East County in San Diego. And I come driving my car and way down a lonely road, and this guy was standing in the middle of the freeway, and I thought, that's an odd outfit, all flesh color with brown in the middle. What's he have? Whoa! Yeah, I couldn't believe it. He was buck naked, and I thought, oh, it's a college prank. Then I looked in the rearview mirror, and here he comes in his gold club cab pickup truck, coming down, barreling down on me. And then he tried to do the pit maneuver on me several times. And I outdrove him. Oh, my God.
So he actually hit your car with his car?
Almost. No, he didn't actually hit it, but he tried to. Then he drove around me, slammed on his brakes, and there's no one around because I'm way out in East County, San Diego. And I thought, oh, my God, this guy's going to kill me. And he stopped my car. He made me stop on the road, and I'm thinking, oh, God. I'm terrified.
Wow.
And he kept showing me how awesome he was. You can fill in the blank.
But he made you pull over so he could... I mean, what did you do then? Did you just drive away really quick or what?
Oh, it took me over a half hour to get away from him because I was way, way out in the country. I was doing a service call for...
I don't know, Zelda. It sounds like you took a little longer than you thought, than I would expect. Maybe... You know, what he was showing underneath the jacket you liked too much. Right?
Well, he was buck naked, but he kept following me.
Well, he didn't have a jacket on. Okay.
He'd stop my car. But anyway, I wrote down all the information, and I hightailed it to the nearest substation, which was up in Pine Valley, east of San Diego.
Right. But like when he got out of his car, why didn't you just blow by him, you know? Like just... As soon as he got out of his...
I tried to.
Just run him over. I mean, the thing is, I would run somebody over. If they were doing that to me and trying to block my way, I would just run them over and say, hey, I had no choice. You know, they were going to...
I had a 350... Of course, you know, I had a 357 in my purse.
Well, there you go.
But anyway, we got to court, and the district attorney, and they grilled me. His attorney grilled me and grilled me and grilled me. So then, during the break... his family was there making threats, saying we're gonna mincemeat you and we're gonna kill you, and and I was terrified. I was crying, and then some of the police heard him, and they told the judge. Anyway, the judge threatened to arrest, make trouble for them. But anyway, so they got me up on it was the prosecution's turn to ask me what my job was. And I says, well, I do outside sales for AMCO transmission. And they said, okay, and then your main job? I'm a San Diego County Deputy Sheriff.
Yeah. Well, what happened?
He went... and you could hear the whole courtroom going, oh! And then his attorney stood up and made the T sign, and he said, "Time out, time out."
Wait, you're saying the guy that was naked was a sheriff?
No, I was.
No, wait, you said the guy that was naked. Are you saying he was a sheriff?
No, I was a deputy sheriff.
Oh, you said you were. Wow, I didn't know that you were a sheriff. Ooh, we've got a real sheriff in town here.
I was just 23, just a couple weeks out of academy, and I was just getting ready to quit my job with AMCO Transmissions. I was just wrapping it up. But see, I made a lot of money. A lot of cops will have two jobs. And, I was young and healthy and was a go-getter. And but I don't know why I didn't shoot him. I could have. But anyway... His first name is Howard, and he's living there in Arizona near Gilbert. So if you know a guy named Howard, and he would be about 70 years old. So I'm going to get the district attorney's papers from that. And
you got some weird shit going on.
Yeah, I know. That was scary, but nah, this isn't Jenny Weldon.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Anyway.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell she was talking about. I don't even know what
Oh.
I see it. I see what I wrote on there. I just don't know, you know. Was it Wilson?
Why should it matter? What the hell does it matter?
Well, I don't want to have the wrong names out there. But anyways. Well, cool. Well, good story.
Anyway, that was terrifying for me, but I wished I wouldn't have allowed him to plead guilty to lesser charges, because I know he went on to offend. The way he came at me, that was scary. He was making ugly faces and doing stuff that was just no woman should see. But
he was the
I'm
scary
glad
part is he kept trying to stop you from moving.
Yeah. No, well, that was kidnapping. So, and attempted murder and all kinds of charges he was facing. He said he was in the Border Patrol and he was out there tracking. He didn't come home for several days, and he lived with his parents on the chicken ranch a mile from our home there in El Cajon, California. Remember I called in about that cat and that serial murderer?
No.
And I touched bases with him. On the screen one time.
Oh, wait. I think I kind of remember that. Yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah. That story's on my YouTube channel. But anyway, yeah, it's just weird. So my life has been too interesting.
Sweet. Yeah. Okay. I did say I had her name. The name was supposed to be. It was Weldon, or I put Weldon, but it's supposed to be Weflin. Weflen.
Oh, she said Wilson.
Yeah. So she was saying it wrong too, but yeah, it was supposed to be Julie Weflin, I believe.
Oh my!
Let me just. Make
oh my!
sure.
But this is Julie Whelan's cousin. Oh well.
Now I'm just totally
anybody
confused.
in Gilbert, Arizona, watch out for Howard. He's got blue eyes and curly hair, and he's 6'2".
Yeah. Huh. All right. Well, I got to go fix this thing really quick, but I fixed the name and the title.
All right.
I think I got to fix something else, but.
Glad to hear there's a freak baby coming.
I know. It's sweet.
All right. You take care. Thank you for the fun.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Hold on one second. I got to fix something. Yeah, she said Wilson. I'm not even sure what the hell that is, but... What day was that? I see you're on hold. I'll be there in a second. Ah, hell, I'll check it out a little bit later. Got to get my Photoshop open here. Let me get this one. All right, 913. You're on.
I'll give you 2 guesses on who this is.
Kit Kat.
Hello. I thought maybe you could use a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Zelda, but the caller before. That was. Anyways,
Yeah,
I was just calling to say hi, say hello to the freak.
Yeah, we don't normally care about the callers, but when you call in, just, try to be at least slightly normal for a second. It'd be pretty cool. Just for a minute. Well, Gray, what's normal? What's normal to you, Gray? Might not be... Okay. I think we can all hear it when it happens. All right. So how's it going?
Yeah. It's going good. I'm actually getting ready to go to bed. I'm a party pooper tonight, but...
That's lame.
I was just winding down, watching Gray Hughes, doing my regular routine, and then going to bed. But I just wanted to say hey, and thank you for all your hard work. And that's about it. So I just don't have anything interesting. I live a pretty boring life. So and you're so thorough with all your cases, but I really don't have any questions or anything to add to them because I agree with pretty much everything that you say about them. So
well, thanks. It's
okay. The best caller.
It's okay to disagree, everybody. But I try to use logic and stuff sometimes, so I can imagine that people agree, but apparently some people think that that means we're a cult. Like if you agree with me on something, we're a cult now, because there's no way you could have agreed with what I said. Unless it was a cult, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's right. And we're all, what, satanic?
Yeah.
Satanists? Yeah.
Okay, I fixed the thumbnail and the name and the title for Sue, who called a few minutes ago, okay? It wasn't Wilson, though. It was Weflin. Okay. So it's all fixed, and thank you for letting me know, though. I don't know where my name came from, but it's fixed.
I do appreciate all the callers, and sometimes they're a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit, harder to understand, but, it's all fun. And then, I appreciate the entertainment and stuff, so.
Well, I think there's a reason why.
Listening to the callers.
I think there's a reason why, like on real, actual, like radio talk shows, they have a screener. You know what I mean? Like that avoids that one call that came in, or two. Like they make sure that there isn't some wacko, and even then a wacko gets through. Like that jackass that called last night, on the other channel.
I missed it last night. I fell asleep. I was so disappointed. Yeah. I missed the paranormal one. I haven't had a chance to rewatch it. I'm not a very good freak.
Oh, Kit Kat. Boy.
I know.
What are we going to do?
I'm letting you down, Gray. But anyway, I feel like I'm talking your ear off with nonsense. So.
Thank you, Claudia Neubauer and Billy Boy Blue and Zozo that I missed in there. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to head off. I'm going to go back in the chat and say my goodnight, and then I'll talk to you another time.
All right. I can always tell it's you. You have probably the most recognizable voice. Other than, Kairos is recognizable too, but thank you very much.
I have a pretty recognizable giggle. I know that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
All right.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Colleen Fitzgerald. And Kit Kat for calling. Rarely make a live. Normally watch the replays. So good. Hey, well, very cool. The only other... your name is so similar to Colleen Fitzpatrick. It must be nice to have that much in common with a genius. No, well, they're never zombies, Zelda, by having your spirit raided. You're only a zombie if you've taken over another person's body in a weak moment. I've always thought it was weird, though, because Chad had labeled Tylee a 4.2 dark, which is a dark spirit, and all zombies are dark spirits. So why would you want to kill the zombie that's inhabiting Tylee just to free her dark spirit to go behind the veil? I mean, wow. What a crazy move that is. Never made any sense to me. I think they have a flaw in their thing. It should be all spirits on Earth are lights, except if you get taken over by a zombie, then an evil spirit takes it over, you see? Yeah, but that's their theory, though. Yeah, it makes no sense that they would want to kill Tylee's zombie body because now she's free from limbo. I mean, they must have really thought hard about it. Well, we know that the zombie evil spirit is a 3.9D, and her... Well, wait. Let me look at it again. Tylee's body was taken over, and that's a 5.2 dark named Jim Shamalaki, okay? But once we kill that, at least we'll only have a 4.2 dark moving on to the veil. Okay. And I made up that name. That doesn't exist. Thank you, Christina Kubacek. And thank you very much again, Colleen Fitzgerald. Oh, here we go. 928, you're on. Hello, Hello. Who's this?
Hello.
Is this who is this? Is this Sasmere?
It's Sassman.
Oh, hey, look at I named that tune in 3 notes. How's it going, Sasmere?
Okay. I got to bring up something that ain't been brought up in a long time.
Oh boy, here we go, everybody. Here we go.
Bardstown.
Oh yeah, Bardstown. Yeah, we haven't talked about that in a while.
Yep. It's Officer Ellis and Crystal Rogers.
Yeah.
That's your main 2.
The what?
That's your main 2, Officer Ellis.
Yeah, well, the Ellis one is just something that people, like there's a connection, because he was an officer, same shift and everything. The main thing is Crystal Rogers and all, the associations there with the 2 brothers, right?
Right.
Yep.
And one of the brothers was a officer that worked with Officer Ellis.
Right, yep.
So I just had to bring it up.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to go over that again one of these nights.
Right. Because, it's very sad.
That one seems obvious,
That there's not been an answer for years.
And don't forget her dad got shot too he had all the documents and he was shot in that field. Like a sniper shot right off the highway there.
Plus the mom and daughter before Ellis.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't it?
Well, we don't know who those. I mean, it was in the same town.
But I'm just saying, it's like there's so many deaths in that town.
Now they should call it the Bardstown Massacre, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you have 5 deaths in a little tiny town, seemingly unrelated, but I mean, 3 of them seem totally related. The officer, the father, and what's her name?
Crystal.
Yeah, Crystal. Right. Those all seem Crystal Rogers. They all seem related, and the other 2, I don't see a connection there, but could be.
Well, with Officer Ellis and Crystal and her dad being so close together, it's scary.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think we need to just kind of go back and
let's look
again. Bring it up again.
Yeah, I mean, I've got it all mapped out, so we could easily do it. I got the spot exactly on the exit where the officer was ambushed. Got the location in the field where Crystal's dad was killed. I think I have it marked where her car was found on the side of the road. That kind of stuff. So, all right. I know you're reading the chat like you always do.
No, I'm not reading the chat, but I'm half asleep. So, I wanted to call in and just remind you to look it up and think about it again.
Okay, will do. But it's always good to have you call in, Sassmere, as in Sassmere.
And everybody, please, smash that like button. And if you have not, please subscribe.
That's right. Well, thank you. I never ask people to do that. I probably should more, but I don't know. If you want to subscribe, do it.
He don't pay me to do that. Love you, Gray.
Love you, Sassmere. Sassmere. Thanks for calling in. All right. Bye-bye.
Night.
Bye-bye. Oh, he made a comment about, he didn't get deleted, he just got timed out. He made a comment about Sassmere. So, let's see. 347, you're on the air.
Hey, Gray.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can.
It's Miss Skiss.
Miss Skiss, how's it going?
I'm chilling, not much. Just listening to the crowd tonight is pretty crazy.
Yeah?
Crazy night tonight. I thought it was Friday instead of Sunday, the way everybody calling in.
Yeah, that's right.
Busy night for you. I got to give you props, man, because you really have a lot of patience for this. I would lose my mind by now.
Some people think I don't.
I couldn't do it,
Yeah.
I got a lot of respect for you for that.
Gray, you're so mean to
But,
the callers.
I don't think so. I think I just don't get it.
I just crime, but there was something that I was thinking about this
the thing is, I just can't. I can't screen the calls really. So it is what it is. So if I have to, figure out what's going on with the caller, then it might not be as smooth as you'd like. All right, go ahead.
Right. No big deal. So, there's this little case that I was thinking about, and it happens every night. When I'm listening to your show, I hear on the background, I hear the attacks happening, and I wanted you to look into it. It's a girl named Chloe attacking Blue.
Oh, yeah? A Chloe?
Yeah.
Oh, you heard that?
Chloe, she's attacking a Blue, and no one's doing anything about it.
Well, you should see what she's doing. I mean, one of these days I'm gonna film it with like 4 cameras.
Yeah,
and
it's so cute. Yeah.
Well, it's cute, but I mean, see, Blue likes it sometimes, but then it really bugs him. Like sometimes he's like, okay, let's do it, let's go. And then he's like, later he's like, ah, shit, man. He like.
It's a double-edged sword.
He jumps up he tries to get away,
Yeah, but if she wasn't there, I'm pretty sure he would miss the crap out of her.
Yeah, he would. Yep.
Yeah. But no, so all jokes aside, there's this lady that I see a lot that she posts on Facebook. I always see a whole bunch of these people, like the DJ 50 case, and her name is Adrian Miranda. I don't know if you ever heard her case. Her son, I believe, is Joseph Miranda. I hope I have that correct. And he was supposedly, he's murdered. And it was a sign that he was murdered, but the person who murdered him has not been charged, because it seems like they have some kind of ties in that town to where he knows higher up people, so they're like really not doing anything to convict him for his crime. But like just a little brief on it, his name is Joseph Miranda, and he was kind of like, I guess, a contractor, and he worked with people who, I guess, did like construction work with those bobcats and stuff like that. And one day he was at work, and he was asking the guy in the bobcat to, let him take over, which he's really the boss. But the guy in the bobcat was like, I will give it to you as soon as I make this last round. And he was like, all right, no problem. So he was waiting and drinking his soda, and the other guy that was next to him pushed him in front of the bobcat when the bobcat was backing out, and it killed him. And they try to make it that they switched up the whole story as to it was something accidental, that he was on top of the bobcat and that he fell, blah, blah. But it's almost like that person never paid the price for what they did to her son. I don't know if you ever heard of that case. Her son name is Joseph Miranda.
Well, you could send me
I could send you the info.
Yeah, just send me a link. I don't need a bunch of stuff. I just like to look up stuff on my own, because here's the thing is, here's the thing. Interesting case. I don't like when people send me. I don't like when people send me like a bunch of links and all kinds of stuff, because then I have to get to the point. Well, then I have to. Well, no, because then I have to do the story the way they want me to do it. I don't want to do it the way they want me to do it. I want to do it the way I want to do it. So just give me a name, and I'll look it up and try to put everything together. And if I leave something out that you wished was in there, well, too bad. You know.
Well, not me. I can't
Well, yeah, I'm
say
just
I know
saying
the
you in general.
100, you know. Right, yeah, I understand. I got you. I'll send you the link to it. It'll be a whole breakdown in that link on its own.
Yeah, you can email me whatever you want to there, Alyssa. I'm just not going to talk about that on the air. She wanted to know if she could send me the Delphi stuff.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I was just calling to say hi, Gray. Try to lighten up the mood because you got a lot of crazy ones calling. Not the regular freaks, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Our regular freaks, we love them. Y'all keep calling them.
All right. Well, thank you,
All right, Gray.
Miss Good.
No problem. Take care. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Miss Goose. 707. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I just was calling because I don't know. I've put it in the chat before, but I don't know if you've seen it. I just was wondering if you've ever heard about the case called like the Bear Brook murders.
The what? Like, say that again.
The Bear Brook murders.
Bear Brook murders. No, I don't think so.
Well, the only reason I was really bringing it up is because, like, it was, like, these 4 bodies who were found in a barrel, and they found the guy who did it, but one of the girls, it was 3, like, little girls and a lady. One of the little girls is unidentified still, and it turned out that the little girl was the biological daughter of the guy who killed all the 4 of them.
Oh, weird.
And, like, I just thought if you really looked
I think
into
I
it,
kind
that
of
would be
remember
pretty
this.
dope.
Well, I think I sort of
even if you did a show on it one day.
Well,
because
okay, I
the way
think
you,
I
like, go
remember.
into stuff and you, like, dig into his background, maybe you might be able to find out who the mom was. Because they don't know who the mom of the child was. It wasn't the lady who was buried with her. But, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds kind of
That's pretty
familiar.
much
It sounds familiar, actually.
Yeah,
Not
his
when
name
you
was
described it.
Terry Rasmussen.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like, didn't we talk about this one time on this show? I don't remember. But yeah,
I didn't see you talk about it before, but...
Yeah, I don't know if I went over it like a whole night or something, but why don't you send me a link, I mean, the name, you know, of the killer and the name of, and what you called the case, okay? Send it to grayhughes2@gmail.com, all right?
Okay, I sure will. Thank you.
No, cool. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. Bye.
I wonder if when I'm talking, it must not. I think it mutes my voice or something. Now I'm just reading comments. Yep. Yeah, you can call about any case or something. I don't want you to call about just some, you know, random shit, I guess. I'm gonna do this for another 40 minutes. Make it a 2-hour show. So hold on, I'm gonna go. Let's see. You guys can stare at the screen, and I'll be back in a minute. From the green forest in the Pacific Northwest I bid you all good evening, or good morning as the case may be. I love that flush. It's so real sounding, you know? Because I think it really is somebody recording a flush. You know what's one of the things that's interesting, everybody? You got all these people that trying to, when they want to get a cool graphic or something like that, they'll spend a month trying to make a leaf that looks real. But you know what works better than that? Is you get a leaf and you scan it in, and then you have a leaf. All right? Okay. Yeah. It works so much better if you just scan the damn leaf in. So why not just record a toilet flush instead of trying to invent what it sounds like? Thanks, Lanky Tor. Three-Minute of Mystery Podcast. And now we are on Season 3 on the Allison Watterson case. We've already recorded Episode 1. But the first episode won't be released until maybe October. Man, I'm going to have to send this chat on to Cairo's girlfriend and see what they say, what she says. I'm going to send it right on. Will I be consulting on the Katie? What does that mean, consulting? What do you mean? I don't get it. $731. Yep. Yeah. 731.
Hi, Gray.
Hello, who's this?
Darling White.
Who?
Darlene White.
Oh, Darlene White. Where are you from? You must be from
Tennessee.
I was gonna say, I knew it, man. I knew it.
I just wanted to call in and say hi to you and everybody else.
Well, cool. What do you have anything? Nothing you wanted to bring up or anything? You just want to say hi?
Yeah, just want to say hi, and I really like your show.
Well, that's cool. What do you like the most about it?
I guess you arguing with people. No.
That's it? Wow. I'll start increasing the number of arguments. Yeah.
But no, you do a great job and keep on doing it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that was nice of Darlene to call in, huh?
Gray, you're so mean.
Wow, why'd you make that sound?
Well, it was hard to make the cry like I always do.
Oh wow, that's weird. I thought that was real.
Well, it is, but sometimes
Shut down.
Hey, Billy Boy Blue. You guys are weird. Nah. What a bunch of crazy ass comments. My God. Oh, the phone number? Oh, yeah. Okay. Phew. Got 30 more minutes here.
Well, gosh, Gray, if you're gonna get me like that about it, I mean, geez, I got better things.
Yeah. On your day off. On my day off? Is it your day off? I got a E9000, mate. Maybe. I don't know, Jasmine. Don't know. They could very well be. I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I don't even know why. I mean, what was the reason Crystal was killed? That's one of the first things you got to figure out. What's the motive to killing Crystal? I just ordered some WD-40 for this damn thing. Listen to this. I like the chair, though. I like the chair. Oh yeah, you like that one? Hitman Hendrix? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be on that one. I'd like to cover that one. I thought it was pretty interesting. But I don't want to do it when... See, that's what's kind of weird about, people covering something. I mean, isn't the point of getting out the information to try to get a case solved? I guess sometimes. So I guess sometimes when I'm like, oh, God, but I don't know. It's weird. There's this weird thing about it. Like the cold cases and whatnot. Oh, you went out to the park? I guess Cairo was driving through Delphi and he went out to the, I don't know, I guess the ballpark or something. But anyways, I gotta get this call here. 865, you're on the air.
Hello, Gray.
Hello, who's this? Good eye.
Rebecca M.
Good eye, Rebecca.
I
No, no, wait. Good eye,
just
Rebecca.
when I was calling. Oh, good eye.
Good eye, Rebecca. You got an R at the end. That's how they say the A sound with an R. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, I know you were testing out. You were saying something about WD-40, and I thought it was about your chair, but I'd already started calling the number, and I hope I didn't interrupt anything.
Well, it was about the chair, yeah.
Oh, well, I was just going to call in since you're doing this call-in thing and tell you about that other crime issue that I dealt with. Is that okay? I think I'm changing the direction you were going
we
in.
weren't. If you have a true crime story for yourself, that's on a different show. We weren't doing that tonight. Tonight, I just wanted to do something else.
Oh, well, this whole time I've thought that. Well, I will call back when you do.
Because I want to have it where I'm set up where I do the mapping, and so when you call in, make sure that you have like the locations and everything, then we can look at it.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell you hi as well from Tennessee, and all of Tennessee just loves your show, and we're
The whole
there
state?
every night.
Wow, that's awesome. The whole state of Tennessee likes my show.
Oh, yeah, that's where Darlene was from. So, and I'm from the other side of Tennessee, so it must be the whole state. I know there's some people from Middle Tennessee too.
How are you feeling, by the way? Is your head?
Oh
better?
yeah, I'm doing good. I have two issues. One issue they fixed, and the other issue I have to wait about a year for it to hopefully fix itself.
Do you feel like is there anything that
I'm
you
doing
can?
much better.
Is there anything that you can do better now? You know how they sometimes.
Yes, I have more control of my autonomic nervous system functions, and my memory is getting better. One side of my face isn't paralyzed. There's a lot of little things.
No, but what
that-
superpower did you get? You know how you get that extra. Sometimes when they tweak something back there, all of a sudden, boom! You can recite the encyclopedia backwards. You know. It's,
and no superpowers yet.
yeah. Okay.
But I'll let you know if one of them comes up.
Well, I'm looking forward to next week on Sunday. We'll go back to the crime story, so make sure you got that one ready to go. Okay.
Okay, I still can't recite the alphabet backwards, so.
Well, I can't either, but like I said, that's a superpower. All right.
All right. Well, I will talk to you later, and just letting you know then that I like your show, and you just keep doing things the way you always do them.
Well, I will. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks. Rebecca in. Okay, hold on one second. Let me play this thing. So this is you're out at the park here in this video. Let's see what's going on. I'll get to the calls in a second. I just want to. You know, they probably stopped doing construction during COVID, though, I'm imagining. I'm sure it's not like, let's just keep building. Oh, yeah, that's that little, yeah, that's exactly right. I think they've got, don't they have the, yeah, so here's part of it. Probably a concession area, maybe, something. All right, Cairo, you got out there and got, looks like a concert stage or something almost. It's bigger than a, yeah, it looks like a stage of some sort. Probably has the Charlie Daniel band up there. Oh wait, he's not alive, is he? Didn't he just pass away? Ah, shit. Yeah, so it looks like there really isn't any... I was wondering during this COVID, they just probably quit doing anything out there. Yeah, this is one for Abby. Oh, there it is. So he got his drone up in the air. So those are probably the 3. It looks like 3 parks over there, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to tell. And this is probably what, the parking lot right there. I'll be there in a second to the calls. This only has another minute to go here. Yeah, the diamonds over there. So it looks like they had a pretty good start. I don't think it would take that long to just finish it once they got going. I think everybody realized I was talking about diamonds. You can see them over there, yeah. Did you fly over the top of them and look straight down? Or just sit up in the air and just twirl? Yeah. A lot of us are... I mean, I don't know when the bricks get put in or whatever, but we should be having some bricks put there. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna get these calls. Cindy Markham. Hello, Cindy Markham. Okay, you're on mute now, Cindy Markham. 925, you're on.
Oh, that's me. I'm Jenny.
Jenny Penny. How's it going, Jenny Penny?
It's going all right. How are you? Good?
Not bad, thank you.
Oh, good. Hey, I had a question for you.
Oh, yeah? Okay, what is it?
Have you ever been to one of the hearings or trials of any of the criminals of the cases that you cover?
Wait, say it again. Have you ever been to a trial?
Of the cases that you cover? Or, yeah, like one of those, or a hearing or something?
Oh, no. I've gone to, I had to go to trial for one that I actually worked on, where I made a video, and I had to go to the trial.
It was the elevator, right?
Yeah, the elevator. Well, the elevator one, yeah. But I didn't have to testify because they said it was, the defense said, oh yeah, that's what happened. So they didn't need me to go up and sort of have them say, so you wanted to impress your client, didn't you? Well, yeah. Well, in that, wouldn't you do whatever they wanted you to do to make it look like how they wanted? And I would say, well, no, I do things accurately. I listen to what the, so that's how it was going to go. I had to practice. They actually took me to this sort of small courtroom that looked like a courtroom. And then I sat there, and then they pretended to grill me with questions and all that shit.
And did they pretend to grill you like the other, like they grilled you with questions like the other guy's lawyer
the defense
would do?
Yep. Well, the worst was...
And then did they...
When I was out to dinner with the prosecutor the night before. He was he's a cool dude. And, he just took me and Chris out. We walked across the Brooklyn Bridge into Manhattan, I guess, and went to. Cool. He took us to a couple.
Chris is your wife, right?
Yeah, took us to a couple places.
Ah, cool.
And when we went, we were in there. We were sitting. He kept buying me drinks and shit, and then he said, "Okay, here's how it was gonna go." And then, boom! I mean, he just started firing off all this shit, and I was just like, because he did it really. I don't think it would really be like that fast like that. But anyway,
I see.
That's it.
We'll go on. What are you gonna say?
That was it.
Okay. I'm driving back to Illinois. Gene has to get some tests at the vet on Monday, like 8 hours of tests. It's tomorrow. Okay, Monday's tomorrow. And then we're driving back to Illinois for the evidentiary hearing on my dad's trial. So we have to go prep with our lawyers starting on the 20th on Monday. Oh, I'm like so nervous.
Well, I wouldn't be nervous. Basically, if you just tell the truth, that's it.
Yeah.
What I hate is
I'm more nervous.
I hate the yes or no questions that they want you to say yes or no, when a lot of times it isn't really a yes or no. There's a nuance in there, you know. But they don't want to, the defense or whatever, or prosecutors, whatever the hell it is. Sometimes they don't want to get you that yes or no, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just.
So I'm not so nervous for me. I'm more nervous because my mom has to do it because she's super important in this because we have to, well, she was around my dad when he got taken out of the house, you know, by that couple. Yeah. And so, but she's Korean, so her English isn't that great. And like, she's also old, like pretty old. Yeah. And I know this lawyer is going to like spin the words around big time. And,
yeah, but he'll just look like a monster. Like if there's a jury or anybody there, well, whatever it is, if it's just an evidentiary hearing, he's going to look stupid. Like the judge will make him look dumb if he tries to make somebody who doesn't speak English very well look bad. Okay, he'll just look shitty. Well, so it might work in her favor.
She kind of already, it could, but my mom also gets super emotional about this stuff, and she has a hard time controlling her temper. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Ugh. I have a really hard time controlling my temper too, and we have to be in the room with the woman.
Do you speak Korean?
And probably the husband. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can be the interpreter for your mom.
I'm not that good. I'll tell you that much.
Like
this guy.
See, I just said see that?
You said hello.
I did. Wow,
I don't think that's right.
I'm an expert.
I'm going to ask her though.
I'm an expert. Yeah. I actually dated somebody.
I was just wondering.
I dated a Korean girl one, and it's such a strange language because this is what it sounds like without saying words. It's like this, da na na na,
yeah,
da da, na na. You know, it's over and over.
Sing-songy.
Yeah, it's like that the whole time. It sounds different than Chinese or Japanese.
Yeah, and there's a lot of grunting instead of like saying yes or no. It's like yeah. Anyway, yes, but anyway, I was just wondering if you'd ever been to one of the hearings or trials of the bad guys. Anyway, thanks.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
That's all my questions. Bye.
Well, have a good one. See ya. Good luck. Bye. Yeah, no, it's not similar at all, Lanky Tor. It's not even close. Yeah, there's no similarities whatsoever. And Koreans don't like Japanese people very much. Because during World War II, the Japanese were barbarians towards the Koreans. It's weird how they escape that. That whole thing. I mean, the Japanese in World War II were absolute monsters. The soldiers, the army. And it's weird how they just kind of, look at them now with a little. It's almost like the whole cartoon character shit that they do over there is to hide what they were. And it's funny, if you talk to a Japanese person, they always get offended when you say that. But really, it was incredible what they were doing. Beheading people all the time. Just, the Filipinos. It's horrible. It's awful. They should be ashamed and always remember how they were. And they should never be proud of any of their soldiers because they were freaking monsters. I mean, look, just Pearl Harbor itself. What a nightmare, right? They just fly in there and just... Yeah, just a joke, I mean, who the hell were they? We weren't doing anything to the Japanese. They just come in and kill all those people. And what's weird, too, is they had an alliance with Hitler, who was this Aryan guy. Well, don't they think that he would have just taken over them later? Because they didn't fit what he was doing. Well, you're wrong, Link. Well, which one are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about... I was talking about Gene's comment. No, it's not similar at all, though, Lanky Tor. What's similar about it? Come on, Lanky Tor. They're not similar. They don't sound the same. They don't use the same. They're not even the same. They have the same, you know, like there's characters and so forth. But it's not similar. That's all I'm saying. I actually know that for certain. It's just like Chinese isn't similar to Japanese. No, but even the words aren't the same. There's no similarities at all. They're just different. Can you tell me one thing that's similar? Well, I don't know if you do, Lanky Tor, because they're not similar. What part of it makes it you think it's similar, Lanky Tor? That's all I'm asking. I mean, is there some words? Like, give me a word that sounds the same in both of them. That's all I'm asking. I mean, I don't really, you know, I don't really care that much about it, Lanky Tor. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh my God, I'm going to fall on the sword of if they're similar or not. Who gives a shit? I mean, it's just... Okay, that's all right. Well, you would, but I'm just saying, I know for certain that there's no words that cross over or anything. Well, do you know any words at all that are similar, Jenny Penny? Like, just anything. Like, are there any words that crossed over? I guess is what I'm asking. Okay. Because I don't speak Japanese. I just remember the... like I dated a girl that was Korean, and I did take karate for a year, so I knew each, ni, sun, chi, go, ro, each, hot, you know, like that. Yeah, I think that too, Gene. I think the Japanese people are good people, right now. But during World War II. The military were absolute monsters, okay? And that's just a fact. That's all I'm saying. Right now, they're just, you know, really nice people, okay? I mean, they fixed whatever they were doing, but you sort of wonder, like, wow, did they have something, what was going on that made them like that? It was weird. I mean, how come people can't just see things for what they are all the time? It's weird how everybody gets so confused. They want to nuance something. You know, it's the truth. Yeah, Taekwondo's Korean and with kicks. Yeah. It's just so crazy. The stuff that the Nazis and Japanese were doing in World War II are so insane. And a whole bunch of people were doing it. You just sort of, it's just like an indoctrination thing, I guess. It's wild. What happened, Michelle? Yeah. Well, was I saying? What was I? Was I saying something? What about what I just said, Danette? Did it make any sense? I mean, they've turned in to be a really peaceful culture, but you know, World War II, you know, they can't hide from that. You know, like the Catan death marches in the Philippines, whatnot. You know, and we treated our prisoners great. You know, it was amazing. It's hell, they're playing ping pong, having drinks, smoking cigarettes. Hey, thanks, Lynette. Go hitchhike. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Aren't you still working on your MO? Hey, look, we don't need to keep going over and over and over again about the two languages, all right? It's kind of a boring topic. You know, just look it up on your own, see if you can figure it out. Here's what I would suggest. Type in a sentence and then have Google translate it to Japanese, and then look at it in Korean too, and then see if there's any characters that look the same. Yeah, the line, well, I guess you can't see it. Oh, I do have 7 more minutes if anybody wants to call in. Okay, cool. Thanks. Miscus. Well, good night. Zelda. Why Billy Boy Blue? Here, Billy Boy Blue, he'll call in and sound like this.
Hey, Gray, listen. Jack and Jill went up the hill, each with a bucket of quarter. Jill came down with $2.50. Ooh.
Daddy-o Caspian horses rock. Yeah, I think it was something, I remember the Korean, when you're speaking to somebody that's higher up, you say, Ongyang hikaseyo, right? And then if it's just a friend, you might just say, I don't know, like you get rid of that. I don't know, that's just one thing I thought I remembered, but I might be wrong. Screw it. Of course, it doesn't sound the way I said it. Oh yeah, you got the beetle? Are you gonna become a serial killer? Lynette? Become one? I've been one, she says. She only kills dark-haired guys with their hair part in the middle. Yeah, no, I've got the damn, I got the numbers, the lines open again. We can probably take one more call. Hey, look at that. Danette Costa used one of Daddy-o Caspian Horse's rocks images. Is that a lemon? Hey, thanks for going out there, Cairo. At least we got a picture of the ballpark. I think they're probably just not working on it right now with the COVID. Love you, Sassmere. I think the voices are, when you guys say voices, I'm not doing voices. Those are actually two people that are sitting right off here to the right. You just aren't going to see what they look like. Mary Lou and John Boy. Yeah. One day, Mary Lou, one day we can see you. Love you too, Lanky Tor. Nah, well, I've done Alaska before. I'm not even going to do a flyby tonight, I don't think. It's usually at the end of the horrific true crime nights as a sort of a peaceful moment. But this whole night has been a peaceful moment, right? You don't have to block her, Lanky Tor. Just look it up. See if you're right or she's right. You don't have to worry about it. No, it hasn't what? It hasn't been peaceful? What are you talking about? I think it's been peaceful the whole time. Well, think about it like this, Lanky Tor. You know, she speaks Korean and speaks a little bit of Japanese and doesn't think the languages are similar, so from her perspective, she doesn't agree, so it's like she's kind of an expert, right? I mean, so I wouldn't, it's hard for, like I would just sort of take her word for it, to be honest with you. Yeah, but I mean, you can disagree, but like, let's say 1 + 1 does equal 2, right? Unless 1 and 1 are both variables. So you can disagree with something, but try to, go look it up after the show. Here, I'll do it right now. Screw it. I'm actually gonna end the phone calls. Let's see what it says. Now, will you believe Google if I say, what are the similarities between Korean and Japanese language? Yeah, so they do say that some of the, let's see, the typological features, the characters, they said they share some similarities in the actual character shapes, but they share almost nothing in the lexical resemblances and differences of native scripts. So, I'm not sure what that even means. Okay, here we go. Let's see what it says here. This one right here has let me just read this out loud. Korean versus Japanese, and then it says versus Chinese. Let's see. I want to see what the comparison is. Now, let me find a better one. Similarities and differences. With the upcoming Olympics in Tokyo this year, we will be having, okay. There are two of the most popular languages we localize in. Despite being mutually unintelligible, there are some strong similarities between the two languages. So it does say that, but they can't understand each other whatsoever. Let's get into the details of comparing them. It says, as we mentioned before, Japanese follows a subject-object-verb sentence structure. See, that's all they're saying is there's a structural similarity. As opposed to English, subject-verb-object structure. I guess over in Germany they say like the noun first too. Like water I drank or something. So for instance, the sentence I drink water, oh, it's funny that they use that. I just threw that out there. The sentence "I drink water" would be "I water drink" in Japanese. Korean also has a subject-object-verb sentence structure. The same sentence would translate to "I water drink." But it's totally different language. Like, here, look at the... Here, I'll switch it over here. Like, see, these are, I guess, similar words, but look how different those look. Characters there. The use of the particles in Japanese is consistent. Each type of marker, When localizing an English video to Japanese or Korean for voiceover, the timing of what is said in those languages may not match with the visuals on the screen it did in English. This is due to the different sentence structure and use of particles. It is important to have an accurate translated script that matches the visual and audio timing. Even if you have no knowledge of Japanese or Korean, just by listening to the two languages on our voice sample page here, you can tell they sound very different. Despite the similarities in sentence structure and particle use, if a Japanese speaker with no previous knowledge of Korean language listens to Korean speaker, the Japanese speaker would be lost. Okay, so this is sort of supporting more, what Jenny is saying. Okay, they have a similar structure, but other than that, they can't understand each other whatsoever. Okay, now there is some words. Let's look at some of this stuff. However, the Japanese speaker may catch a word here and there that sound very similar, such as the word for library, which in Japanese is toshokan, and in Korean it's dosogwan, or something like that. Now do you know how to say library in Mandarin? Oh, great, thanks. All right, so right here on the screen right here, you can see that there's very few words that have some kind of an obvious crossover. Let's see. Yet all three languages remain mutually unintelligible. Korean and Japanese inherited Chinese loan words at different historical times. So basically, they're saying that the root of both of them are Chinese, but or something like that, and inherited different words at different times, and then they sound different, but very few. Okay? I'm just trying to... You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to put out some real information here. I mean, a true crime channel now comparing Japanese and Korean. That's some weird shit, if you ask me. So it sounds like the order is similar, the way they structure their sentences. However, Japanese people will not understand a Korean person at all, but every once in a while there's a word that's similar because they were borrowed from the same language at one point. Do you get it? There we go. Yeah. Hey, Gene, everybody knows all that stuff. That's not what we're talking about. Those two languages aren't similar at all, though. That's what they just said here. There's some similarities in the structure, but the actual symbols and words aren't the same other than a few borrowed words here and there. Anyways, let's see what the conclusion is. As we can see from the topics discussed above, Japanese and Korean share strong similarities in sentence structure and the use of particles, okay? But that, that's like saying, oh, look at that, the Germans use the same as the Sweden or Finnish people. Well, those languages are quite a bit different. I mean, there's some similarities there. They're more similar than Japanese and Korean. Okay, but Russian and German, okay? Maybe they have a similar structure, but you're not going to go, oh, wow, yeah, they're the same. There is also some similar sounding vocabulary with the same meaning in both languages due to the historical influence of China on Japan and Korea. However, Japanese and Korean differ greatly in pronunciation and writing systems, with Korean having many more different sounds than Japanese, but having a much simpler writing system. Interested in learning Japanese or Korean? Now they're trying to sell something there at the end. Okay, so I would say that in overall, they are less similar. The only thing that's similar is they're not similar at all, other than a few words that are borrowed from Japanese, or China, I mean, and that they have a similar structure in their sentence structure, and they said, and particles, or whatever the participles, what was the word that they used? I can't remember now, but anyways, there you go. Did we all learn something tonight? They're not the same. Are you joking, or what are you talking about, Christina? I don't even know where Jenny is. Is she still here? But don't block Jenny. She's just telling you what she knows. Okay? You know, just because you didn't like it. I mean, there's people in here that have disagreed over and over and over and over and over again. I'm not going to block them. I don't think she left at that point. That's when she left, though, right? I mean, I think she was already leaving, wasn't she? I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, good. So you didn't block her then. I mean, Lanky Tor is probably one of the nicest people in the world, so. But maybe she got pissed off right then. Yeah. Yeah, I think she already left. She has something that she's got to go doing. I understand, Lanky Tor. Hell, hey, Lanky Tor, look at what I do sometimes when I get upset, man. We all get upset. Yep, we move forward. Exactly. Nobody, listen. Nobody in here is anybody's enemy, okay? Yeah, I don't mind having a different opinion, but here's the thing. It's my show, right? So here's what happens. Hey, Gray, what do you think of it? Jim Bob over here? Look, he's got the goatee and he looks like he could be the bridge guy. Oh, I don't agree with you. I think that's ludicrous. What would make you think that that's the guy? God, Gray, you didn't allow anybody to have an opinion. No, I did let you have your opinion. I just don't agree with it, and I'm going to battle it because I think it's dumb. Okay? Now, if you want to do the same thing, have your own show, and then you'll be able to say what you want. Okay, that's just what I think. Gray, you're so mean. I like it when Mary Lou does it better. I don't want to read an email. Yeah. I don't even know what you're talking about. I mean, is it a story, or what did you send me, Michelle? I don't know. Did you send me a story? Okay, well, just send it whenever. I mean, you don't need to. You can call in and tell the story when I do the next show when we do it. Unless you just want me to read it, because I can do that too. Like I did on the ghost story. Yeah, nobody in here has ill will towards people. See, look at right there. Look at Lanky Tor. I don't want to read it. Hey, obviously I wasn't talking to you, Manuela Costa Lima. Because if you look up above there, somebody was replying to me. Alright, so try to pay attention to the show and you might figure something out, Manuela. Yeah, I never even seen you make a comment before, ever. Oh boy. That's just too long. I'll have to do it next week. I was going to get off of here. I'll read it. Screw it. I don't know where you're... You know, you didn't... Did you give me the address there? I mean, all you did was take a picture of the Safeway instead of telling me where it was. Alright, I'm just going to read it. Back in 1992, my husband and I and my 2-year-old daughter lived in Safeway on Safeway Avenue in a small trailer park. One day I started noticing my daughter's underwear and Barbie dolls were going missing, and also my underwear, bathing suit bottoms, and bras were also disappearing. I didn't know what the heck was going on. I looked everywhere for our underwear. I tore that trailer up looking for our things. I was down to one pair of underwear, and all my daughter's underwear and Barbie dolls were gone. My husband's 9mm gun we kept in our closet was gone too. I would wake up in the morning to our back door standing wide open more than once. My back door was at my master bedroom. I just thought, let's see, we didn't close the door good enough. So anyway, I became friends with a lady in the trailer diagonal from mine. I was at her home telling her about our underwear and Barbie dolls going missing a little bit at a time, and that I would wake up to my back door standing alone open and my husband's gun was gone. She just busted out crying and asked me to come look, so she took me to her 15-year-old son's bathroom. And there were all my daughter's Barbie dolls, all sitting around naked on the side of the bathtub. She told me he takes bath with women's underwear on and with all those Barbie dolls. She said he was on probation already and she couldn't do anything with them. She actually called the cops out to her home. She told me he was probably breaking in my home is why I would find the back door standing open. I said, oh my God, he's been breaking in and watching us sleep. I just got the hell out of there, ran out of the home, and called my husband to come home from work. Next thing I knew, there were cops and detectives knocking on my door and asked me to come out there. Let's see. Asked me to come identify the things they found in the 15-year-old home. So they walked me into the bedroom and lifted up his bed mattress, and there was all my underwear. Some had shit in them, and all of my suit bottoms, and my daughter's underwear, and my husband's gun, plus all her Barbie dolls in the bathroom. They ended up arresting him, sent him to juvenile detention center, and was sentenced to prison till he was 21. Really? That seems kind of like a long sentence just for kind of, breaking and entering. It's kind of creepy, though. I mean, I'm glad that they did that. I told my husband we were moving the hell out of that place, and we did just that. Never knew what happened to him after all that. He was stalking me and my 2-year-old. I don't even remember his name. It was, well, here's the thing, is that sounds like a reasonable sentence. I guess it's just after the case earlier today when a man sexually, molested an 11-year-old and killed him. He got 6 years. So now all of a sudden everything else is on a whole different scale, right? They ended up arresting him, sent him to juvenile detention center, and was sentenced to prison till he was 21. I told my husband we were moving the hell out of that place, and we did just that. Never knew what happened to him after all that. He was stalking me and my 2-year-old. I don't even remember his name. It was Jeff, but don't remember his last name, and I don't want to know it. Yeah. So, this is the picture. I don't know where that is or anything. So, I guess it was right there. Wow, that's a creepy story for sure. I'll tell you that. Well, hey, that's an up note to end the show, huh? All right, everybody. Anyways, I am going to end the show now. Thank you to... Where the hell is this thing? Yeah. Thank you to... Claudia Neubauer, Angie Pangie, Billy Boy Blue, Alifair M, Kit Kat, Chrissy Paradis, Muppets and Manilow, Billy Boy Blue, Rebecca N, Zozo, Claudia Neubauer, Billy Boy Blue, Zozo again, Colleen Fitzgerald with the cat eye donation, Christina Kubacek, Daudio Caspian Horses Rock, Lanky Tor, Zozo, Lanky Tor, Billy Boy Blue, Sarita, Debbie, Lynette Burns, Miss Skiss, Billy Boy Blue, Daudio Caspian Horses Rock, Danette Costa, and Zozo. So thank you guys very much. Thank you all for calling in. Everybody who called in tonight. Really appreciate it. And that was a crazy day. If you didn't watch the previous show today, you should go watch it. It's just absolutely nuts. That case. It's insanity. I just want to get the full. Peggy Sue Altus, 1984. That's crazy. And I actually looked up more stuff after the show on those other guys, and it's just ridiculous how they got let go. All right, everybody. Thank you all for showing up. Make sure you wash your hands, that you put your mask on when you go to the store, maintain social distancing, all that stuff. All right. So there you go, everybody. Really appreciate you showing up, everybody, for calling in, enjoying the chat. Nobody has hard feelings for anybody out there, okay? All right, everybody. So that's it. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, flag rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Greg is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temple fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender.
Wow!
Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you.
Yeah, that was some crazy stuff tonight, wasn't it, Gray?
Wait, why are you talking to me? Why you should be talking to John Boy?
Yeah, why are you talking to me?
I don't know, I just thought I'd say hi to Gray. Okay, can I just do what I want? Jeez, come on, John Boy, you're so mean.
Wow, you thought I was mean just by saying that? That seemed like a little bit overacting there, Mary Lou.
Okay, well, I was trying to make it more dramatic. Okay, good night, John Boy.
Wow, good night, Mary Lou.
See, you're so mean.
Man, I thought they were going to make it out of the show this time, but they just didn't do it. They couldn't make it out. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for calling in. Be safe out there.